Today on the channel, let's talk about the new Golden Melody harmonica. The old Golden Melody I thought was a great harp, a really good instrument, well designed. And this year, Hohner did quite a bit of a refresh on this harmonica. Is it still any good? Should you buy it? How does it compare to the old one? That's what we're going to talk about today. Let's get started with the video.
Hey guys, my name is Jonah Fox with the Harmonica Revolution. So today we're talking about the Golden Melody. So a couple things I want to say here. I really like the old Golden Melody. I'm kind of bummed that they took it out of production. I find that this harmonica is the most comfortable harp that I have. I like the, smooth, curved back edges. I think that's really nice. I love how thin it is. Red's my favorite color if you can't tell, and so I like the red comb. In fact, this has like a darker red, which I think is pretty cool, and I just think this is a great harmonica. One thing about Golden Melodies that you should know is that they're tuned in equal temperament tuning. Now, your temperament is like the tuning of your individual notes. So this one's in the key of E. This is the old Golden Melody. It doesn't sound like a very bluesy harmonica, but it has a good sound to it. It's a little bit more on pitch than your average harmonica that is tuned in compromise tuning. And that's the same thing with the new Golden Melody. So I will say that the new Golden Melody, I think, looks pretty cool, okay? I actually don't mind how it looks. So it has, a pretty similar style of comb, but it does wrap around the whole harmonica, which is kind of a different thing. I haven't seen that on any other harmonicas before, and it even sticks out in the back, if you could see that. It's kind of interesting, and the cover plates are a little odd. Number one, we have this big dip in the middle, okay? Which is a little strange because, normally when I hold my harmonicas, here's the old one, I'm flat, right? My fingers going straight across, and, if I want to do wah, my fingers kind of curve around the back so I can do wah like that. But this new one, I don't really know. I put my fingers across there and that's okay, right? But that dip there, my fingers want to go in the dip, okay? And that's a little strange. And I also say that on this new harmonica, it's much fatter, like it's very thick, where this harmonica is very, thin, like height-wise, it's not that big, and so it makes it very comfortable to hold, where the new one is pretty thick. It feels very similar to a Seidel Session Steel, but the curve off in the back and that dip in the middle makes it a little strange. I find that out of every harmonica that I have, this one is the worst to hold. Out of every harmonica, this one is the strangest. It's not terrible, okay? Like, I've used this on stage, and it's fine. I think, playability wise, which is a big point, this is a perfectly fine harmonica. Now, here's the old one, okay? Now, as I said, the old one, I really like the design, plays really well. I like the sound of the temperament. This one's in the key of E. And it is a very good harmonica. It's just very comfortable. I don't like how the reed plates are kind of protruding out on both of the Golden Melodies. I think that is a feature that people with beards or big mustaches or whatever like that might kind of be bothered by. I know like a lot of people have trouble with their beard or mustache hairs being plucked out by harmonicas, and I'm pretty sure the Golden Melody is a big culprit, but I don't have that problem, so I'm not exactly sure. And if you do have a beard, let me know. But the new one, plays very well in the same way. Like on the old Golden Melody, all the bends work. I haven't done any setup on this. And I can even get some overblows. Like I think on this one I can get 5 and 6 overblow with a little bit of work, and this is just right out from the factory. With the new Golden Melody, all the bends work as well. This one's in the key of B, but I can't get any overblows. Kinda. So the overblows aren't working. Now, I could take this apart and do that. But that brings me to another problem that I have with this new Golden Melody design is the screws. So, the old Golden Melody here has a flathead screw that you can take off, which is, it's fine. This new one here, though, has a Torx countersunk screw on the side, which isn't a big deal, but you have to have a Torx bit. And if you buy it from somewhere that doesn't have a Torx bit, you gotta drive down to the hardware store and buy one, which I think is kind of annoying. Now, I did buy this from Rock and Ron's, which is a great place to buy harmonicas if you're in America. And it came included with one of these bits, so this isn't like a huge problem for me, but it is something that could potentially be annoying for some people. So, the Golden Melody, the old one is definitely better. Like, I don't know why they redid this design. This was, I think, their best designed instrument, and they threw it out. So that was a bad move. The new one, it looks cool. I think it looks pretty cool. The comb wrapping around is interesting. It protrudes from the side a little bit, so where I would normally like the harmonica kind of curving in a little bit, this one has that feature, but the comb kind of makes it protrude a little bit more, so I don't like that quite as much. I find that it's awkward to hold as in it's thick, and it has this dip in the back, which my finger wants to go into, which is a bad move. It would make wah very weird as an example. And it also has like an angle down, like it's a little too close in from where my finger is. And I just find it awkward to hold, but it plays well. Okay. And so this is kind of the problem that I'm having with this review is that this, if you weren't to tell me that the original Golden Melody existed, I would say this is a pretty good harmonica. I've gotten a lot of harmonicas that don't play nearly as well as this one. And so I can't say it's a bad harmonica from that perspective, but the old Golden Melody was so much better. Hohner, what are you doing here? So I don't know. It's okay. Would I recommend it? Yeah. It's a little awkward to hold. If you want to just try a different Hohner harmonica, if you maybe play special 20s and you want something at that same price point, I think this is definitely worth trying. However, I would really recommend a special 20 or a Hohner Rocket or a crossover if you are going to stay with Hohner harmonicas, just because they're not so awkward to hold. It's just weird. It's weird. I don't know. I don't really like it. And it's not like, hey, they're trying new things, which is great and that's fine and all, but harmonicas are very simple. You just need to be able to hold them and they need to play well. And this one fails on one of those 2 points, as in you need to be able to hold it and it's strange. Your fingers need to adapt to it. And I found that I haven't, and I've been playing it for a little bit and it's a good harmonica. It plays well, but I'm not sure if I'd recommend it for that reason. Again, this is a little complicated because if the original Golden Melody didn't exist, I wouldn't be so harsh on this thing. So that's the Golden Melody. I want to jump now to a demo. I have links to buy this in the description if you want to check that out. So here's the demo. This is more of like a jazz style demo because this harmonica doesn't sound very bluesy. Can you use it for the blues? Of course, but it isn't the best fit for that genre, so I'm not going to play in that genre. So check out my demo and I hope you enjoy it.